Hey guys, I just wanted to update you on the current gang stalking situation. My mind is back to normal. I feel fine. No voices, no weird sensations, absolutely nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. It's strange to have a quiet mind again, but please understand that the only reason that my mind is quiet again is because I understood how gang stalking works. You see, gang stalking is pretty much grooming. It's manipulation by a bunch of people. A lot of people are nudging you to behave in a certain manner in many different ways. So I find myself now actively looking out for any type of indication of anyone being part of gang stalking. And after experiencing that for 8 years, I have become really, really good at discerning whether or not someone is involved in my gang stalking operation. They will look at you a certain way. They all share some type of behavior. It's weird. And that's what I think is what people mean when they say that someone isn't a wicked individual, where they can see through the facade and they see the person, where you see the person for who they are. And what I've realized is that those people, they know what they are. They know what they are. And they approach you hoping that you don't recognize them, that you don't see what they are because they look just like a normal person. But these manipulative people, they know what they are, they know what they do. And you shouldn't be feeling sorry for themselves, for the gang stalkers, because they know exactly the evil that they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing, and they thrive on it. I have seen that gang stalkers actually enjoy hearing people talk about narcissists, sociopaths, because it gives them some type of pride, for destroying people, which is insane. These people literally love bringing others down. And it's crazy that it's actually a team effort and that it works. It is just now that I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, okay, that's me. After 7 years of not recognizing the person in the mirror, it finally happened. And I still found people uh, on dating apps that are like 100 miles away contact me, which is freaking weird, wouldn't you think? So I literally am just blocking anyone that just behaves weird in any way, shape, or form. And to be honest, I don't really have the intention of meeting people or making new friends. The only intention that I have is in moving forward and protecting my peace. That is literally my priority. I have been studying most days and I'm learning a trade. So I plan on going back to work, but hopefully I get this training out of the way fast. I'm at a spot where I have never been before, which is with less opportunity because I'm getting older. But it's weird because the things that mattered to me a lot in the past are not really as important anymore. Like working out to get in the best shape ever isn't one of my priorities anymore. And I don't know why. I don't know if that's gonna come back with time, but I simply don't find like I have the energy, and I don't know if the energy is gonna come back, which is kind of crazy because I remember that before gang stalking, I was always, doing things. When I work out, I'm really tired the next day, like really, really, really tired. And I honestly don't know if that's gonna continue or if that's gonna go away. I really have no idea. And I'm actually scared about that because I feel that my energy levels are not high enough to the point where I am productive, or I'm actually just being lazy. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's my body's physiological limitation of productivity or if it's the remnant of gang stalking because I haven't been myself in so many years. And I'm actually not used to looking and feeling normal. A lot of my old habits are returning. And by old habits, I mean the good ones, like sit up like upright all the time, and pulling your belly button toward your spine. And one thing that happened was that if I eat junk, I feel like a lot of guilt, like a lot of guilt, and I feel like a total disaster if I eat junk food, which is freaking crazy because that sensation of eating bad food and me feeling like trash after eating bad food, that wasn't there before, and that is coming back. So I feel like the me, like my personality, can actually finally come out. I feel like I was like here, and then all of the gang stalking ideas were here. I honestly feel like I was being controlled. Like my mind was literally being controlled by this group of people. So if you're being gang stalked, please understand that gang stalking is literally a bunch of people controlling your thoughts by suggestion, by keeping in touch with you. And the best thing that I did that allowed me to think clearly was actively cutting off the ties with any person that would talk to me about any type of self-destructive behavior. Anyone that even mentions substances, anyone that mentions not sleeping, or anyone that throws an underhanded comment, or even when it was only I who interpreted it as underhanded, I didn't confront the person. I just blocked them and I stopped talking to them. Yesterday, someone who I know uses substances messaged me, and I didn't talk. I didn't even reply. I just blocked that person. So I have new rules of living, and those are literally not associating with anyone that in any way, shape, or form uses substances or even mentions them. Like none, none. Anyone that talks to me on any type of platform about engaging in risky behavior or even sends me pictures that are like triple X in nature without even introducing themselves or saying hi, I immediately ban them. But the truth is that as of now, I honestly have no plans of meeting any person to rock my socks off. Like I have no intention of doing that for many years. Like I don't want to. I have no desire. And if and when I engage in any of that behavior, you bet your cute little butt it's not going to be in California. It's not going to be here. Hell no. I literally have to conduct myself differently. And that's what tells me that in the end, the only reason that gang stalking literally mopped the floor with my face was because I didn't understand what gang stalking was. I didn't understand its concept. That it's literally a bunch of people from all walks of life harassing you and grooming you and putting ideas in your head that are meant to push you into making the wrong choices. And once you understand that and you act accordingly, you're free. The good thing about my current situation is that I can take any route I want. I can always pursue personal training while I find something that will make me adult money, which I'm actually in the process of doing right now. It sucks that gang stalking happened, but the thing that I will ensure that is always on the internet is all of this information. I'm gonna make a website about gang stalking and I'm gonna put everything clear about the entire experience, what it is, how it works, with examples, so that anyone who is gang stalking in the future understands every aspect of it. That's gonna happen. I'm not sure when, but it is gonna happen. That way, the world is never in the same situation. I mean, that way, no one is in a gang stalking situation and not understand what's happening to them. And to be honest, I feel that that is one of the most important things that I have to do before I leave. You know what I mean? So that people know everything about gang stalking. It sucks that it took me so long to understand it, but some people never do. And I'm just thankful that I'm here. A lot of things happened, but I'm here. Gang stalking is literally an intent at unaliving someone. And the fact that I survived it and that I'm in a place where I can actually help people skip most of the gang stalking harassment, that's something that I should feel really proud of, and I am, but it just kind of sucks to be put in that situation. You know what I mean? But I'm out, and now I can continue pursuing my dreams, which is exactly what I'm doing every day. All I'm gonna do is literally just dust myself off and continue moving forward because I'm not gonna spend time feeling sorry for myself because there's no time for that. I already lost way too much time. But one of the things that I need to share with you is how most of my life, I have attracted a lot of people like that. A lot of people that are manipulative. Like these people approach me all of the time because I didn't know how to distinguish them from normal people. I didn't. And I realized that most of my life I have literally been surrounded by these people and I have not been able to see them. which is why my life was always in cycles where I did really good and then I lost everything. And then I did really good and then I lost everything. And then I did really good and then I lost everything. But that was happening because I allowed these people to suck me dry, and not in a good way. But now that I see it, that cycle is over. Like I broke the cycle. That's done. It's done, and it's something that it's never gonna happen to me again. Which it feels like a relief too. I just didn't expect that I was gonna break that cycle all the way till I'm freaking 40. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. If you happen to be a victim of gang stalking, the one thing that I have to tell you is to trust your intuition and to not talk to anyone that makes you feel like a target. Anyone that is trying to steer your life or that talks to you about using substances or having unprotected sex or doing things that are gonna jeopardize your future, your career, your job, like just stay away from those people. Anyone that is trying to make you feel like you're not enough, like you're not powerful enough, anyone that is trying to convince you of that, you have to get rid of. Anyone who is always trying to tell you that you're wrong, that your perceptions are not valid, you have to get rid of those people. Defend everything that you have. Defend your reputation and defend your peace of mind. Anyone that makes you feel like like a targeted individual, is because these people are probably involved in gang stalking one way or another. So the best way to see gang stalking is by focusing on doing the things that you're supposed to do, like working, making money, getting really hot, eating properly, and hanging out with people that are doing better than you, that push you to do better. And you're gonna notice that the good people are always gonna be striving for a better future. But along that journey, you're gonna find that some people are gonna come at you where with the intention of derailing you from that and the sake of fun. Pay attention to how old they are, to their current situation, to their previous decisions, and how they are impacting your life. Because if you allow someone that has bad habits get close to you and they are continuously perpetuating this bad behavior onto you, be really careful. Influence is something incredibly powerful. And in gang stalking, if you allow enough people to influence your mind, you're gonna pay the price very dearly. And look, the best way to avoid gang stalking is to stay away from people that are trying to inculcate to you directly, indirectly, or whatever behavior that will lead you to destroy yourself. Because that's what gang stalking does. Gang stalking destroys your mind by nudging you to make bad decisions. And unless you understand that, you're never going to be able to escape it. You only escape gang stalking by not associating with gang stalker. Okay? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if this content interests you. If you do not know who I am Efren Rodriguez, and I have been targeted for 8 years. I finally understood gang stalking for what it is, and that's the only reason that I can stay out of it, is because I understood it. If I would have known back then what I know now about gang stalking, none of it would have happened. And the purpose of this channel is to share with you information that will keep you away from these narcissists, sociopaths, psychopaths, chihuahuas, awful people. Never get out of your car without your keys in your pocket. Never leave your phone unattended. And honestly, I don't recommend to trust everyone blindly. Protect your space, because there are so many malignant people, like a number that you possibly couldn't imagine. And the moment I realized that, that is when I was able to pull myself together. But it was only until I made this realization. Okay, so if this content has helped you in any way, shape, or form, please consider subscribing to the channel, dropping a like, dropping a comment. Or if you would like to go above and beyond, say, in showing your support, please consider becoming a member to the channel, less than $5 a month, or you can make a donation to my PayPal. There's a link to it in the description of the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye!